Hey everybody, this is John with Severe Thrifters. Today I'm going to go over some sales, and I want to talk a little bit about Maglite flashlights. Let's go. Welcome back everybody. Well, I had my first sale of yesterday. I think I have 5 sales yesterday. Actually, I had more, but they haven't been paid for yet. But the 5 that I've got to ship out today. The very first one is a, let me just rephrase with, I bought a Maglite flashlight. Now, growing up, I loved these things. The D cells. You had a 2, 3, 4, and I think there was a 5D. It looked like the size of a baseball bat. Super cool. So I actually bought this Maglite, this blue metallic Maglite. It's a 3D cell off Whatnot for, it was relatively cheap. But what I need you all to know is Maglites have a great sell-through rate. It's like 168%. So it's used Maglites are definitely a bolo when you're out there in the garage sale trail or flea markets, whatnot. Definitely be looking for Maglites. But the thing is, the big thing is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in there, no matter how I hold it. The batteries are always left in these things, and they get corroded, and they are so stuck in there. I was able to heat this up and get one battery out, but the other one is so corroded in there, it's not coming out. So the flashlight's useless. But as you'll see in my next, or my very first sale, this is what I do. So let's go pick that piece. It's 1075. Not all is lost. Let me see if I can find it. This could be fun. 1082. So I gotta be, there it is. 1075. Woo! I got really close and I hit my hat. Not all is lost. The flashlight itself is a bust. Like, this is garbage now. But what I did do was part it out. So there's a lot of parts that you can take off of a Maglite. In the bottom, where the batteries go, there's a cap. You unscrew that, there's an O-ring on it, which is this. You see this little rubber, looks like a rubber band, that's called an O-ring. And there's the bottom cap. But inside this normally is a small piece of foam. You'll see that little gray piece of foam in there. That contains a spare bulb. So take that out, take the O-ring off, take the cap off. Okay. And then on the top, where the lens would be, which is this area right here, you see the threads. Right here would be an O-ring as well. Go ahead and pop that O-ring off. Unscrew the lens. And there's a collar. You'll see those two pieces right there where my thumb is. There's a collar and then there's another bulb. Take those off. And the lens typically will come apart into 3 pieces. You'll have the big rounded piece that threads onto the flashlight. You'll have the actual lens where the glass piece is. And on the inside is like this little cone plastic piece. This one I can't get apart. So I sold it all together as one. But typically you could take those parts or that whole piece apart into 3 pieces. So what I did, I got all these parts and I went ahead and listed them as a lot of parts for a Maglite D cell, and it sold. So I know I lost out on the flashlight itself. I was actually going to keep it for myself because I love Maglites. But being that I couldn't get the batteries out, so you got to be looking for that. Unscrew that back cap and see if the batteries fall out or see if there's batteries in it. That's the very first thing you should do. Oh, I forgot too. On the actual button to turn it on and off, there's a little rubber cover. It's a seal. Pop that off. It just pops right off. Some people need that because I've lost some of mine in the past too or worn them out. So I actually sold it for $10 plus shipping. So as much as I paid a couple bucks for the Maglite, it's not all lost. I still made money on it. It just happened to be in parts. And you'll see there's a big spring there too. See that big spring? That's on the bottom where that cap is. So all those parts are useful to somebody. So I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, it's definitely something to be looking out for because the sell-through rate is really good. I think, what is it, 168% I said earlier? And so you'll sell it quite quickly. But you got to make sure that when you go out buying them, that pop that bottom cap off and see if the batteries are stuck in there or not. So that's a lesson learned. I knew about this long ago, but when you're buying on Whatnot, there's really not, unless you were to ask, hey, can you take the bottom cap off, see if the batteries fall off? And I will probably do that next time. But I didn't lose any money. I actually made money on it, but not as much as I could have if, oh, my phone's going off, if I would have had the whole flashlight properly functioning. So I'm going to get this packaged up and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, I finished packing it up. I put it in a 5x5x5 box to kind of protect it. I know the light bulbs are in there, so I don't want to just throw it in a poly mailer or not like a padded envelope or anything. So I put it in a small box, fit perfect. So the rundown is, I guess I paid $1, so probably $2 on Whatnot. I think I got, oh, that's right. I bought in a whole box of stuff. I wanted the Maglite, but they had it in a lot of things, so I bought the whole lot to get the Maglite. So I sold it for $16.25, $2.45 in fees, $4.98 in shipping, which gave me a net profit of $7.82. So, like I said, not all was lost, even though this is garbage. There's probably a way to get those out, but it would take a lot of work for what you're going to get out of it. I don't know if it's worth it, but it's just something to definitely be checking when you're out there on the garage sale trail and flea markets or thrift stores. Make sure you take that bottom cap off and see if the batteries are in there, and if they are, make sure they come out. That's the hugest tip for the Maglites. And also this button right here where you turn it on and off, make sure it clicks and holds. There's a lot of them, because I've had a lot of them in the past, that will break, and all you can do is press and hold it for the light to stay on. It doesn't click and stay on. So you should be able to hear that click, and you'll know that that's working. So just a couple things to be looking for on those Maglites. It's definitely worthwhile picking them up at garage sales though, for sure. So on to the next one. Next is 858. It is a t-shirt, Black Sabbath. No, wait. Yeah, it's a Black Sabbath 2013 tour t-shirt. Ooh, yep, 858. Okay, so let's grab that. It's a black t-shirt. 858, so it should be in this bin right here. It keeps popping. Look at that. They're good lids, but they're going to drive me to drinking. Hold on. Well, it's easy with two. Okay, so 858 is what we're looking for. Let's see what number we're on here. 912. So it's going to be down here a little bit, I reckon. If these were standing up, it'd probably be a lot easier. It's going to be way down there. Probably one of the first ones. 858. Right there, 858. So let me put this stuff away. That one's flipped up. There we go. Okay. Now, of course, you know that this is just a poly mailer. This is something real simple. So let me get this packed up and I'll show you the numbers. All right, got it all packaged up. You see it's in the poly mailer. And here are the numbers. I bought this Black Sabbath tour shirt off Whatnot for $7. And the purchase price was $41.13, $5.58 in eBay fees, $4.83 in shipping, which my net profit is $23.72. A great flip. That's a really great flip on that t-shirt. That's why you need to get signed up through Whatnot. There's some good buys on there. Definitely, if you go to my Instagram at SEVIER_thrifters, there's a link in my bio. It has a link fly. Click on that and you'll see the Whatnot link in there. Click on that and get signed up for Whatnot, and you will get a free $10 credit towards your first purchase. Everything's free. Download the app, get on there, and look around. If you see something you want, you get $10 for free. So why not do it? You can at least, even if you don't like the app, after you go in and you check it out, you still get $10 for free. So you might as well pick up an item just like this. Paid $7, and my net profit's $23.72. So you really can't beat that. So go to my Instagram, SEVIER_thrifters, click on the link fly link in my bio, and it'll give you a bunch of categories, and click on the Whatnot link that's in there and get signed up. Next item up is a vintage Kelly doll. I guess what some people have told me, it's like Barbie's little sister. They're like 4.5-inch dolls. and they're from 1994, the ones that I have. And I sold one. It's a 654 is what we're looking for. Oh, right here. 654. Let me find the little ladies. Oh, here's some. Hey, ladies. 652. We got a tea kettle in the way. Let's see. Oh, wait, we got 654. She's a pretty little thing. Look at her curls. What are those called? Pigtails? Right? And they're like that. I don't know. I don't have hair. So let's go get that packaged up and I'll run the numbers for you. All right, got it packaged up in a little 9x7 poly or a padded envelope. I always want to call that poly. And here's the numbers for it. I actually bought a whole lot of these Kelly dolls. There was quite a few, probably 20 to 24 in a lot. I bought it at an estate sale. And for the price, I just divided how much I paid into how many items I had. And it came up, I paid 50 cents each for those Kelly dolls. And I ended up selling this one for $12.68 with $1.92 in fees, $3.48 in shipping. So my net profit was $6.78 on a 50-cent item. So another good one. My next one, let's see, is a Nike baseball softball glove, an adult softball glove or baseball glove. It's $3.12. Let's go grab that. $3.11 to $3.30. There it is right there. It's right here. It's a Nike glove, number 312. It's a left-handed mitt, so it's for somebody who throws left-handed. All right, we'll get this packaged up. I don't know. I'm thinking probably just a poly mailer. You're not going to hurt that. So I think I'm just going to throw that in a poly mailer. No need for that to be in a box. All right, I packaged that glove up in a poly mailer. If it would have been going to like California, over on the West Coast more, price-wise, I probably would have put it in a USPS priority padded envelope. That would have saved me a little bit of money, but it's going to Ohio, which is pretty close to me in Tennessee, so the price was actually cheaper to go with just a poly mailer. It'll be fine. I already have it in a clear poly mailer, so it's like doubled up. But I ended up paying $2 for this at a garage sale and sold it for $39.88. You got $5.46 in fees, $7.96 in shipping, so my net profit was $24.46. So a Nike glove. I think this gentleman's going to be using it for softball. So if Josh, if you watch any of these, good luck to you on your season. I see that you're a southpaw. So is my son. So have a lot of fun. I guess you'll be playing first base, huh? So, all right, next one. Okay, and my fifth one of the day or of the morning is a Nikon point and shoot camera. It's a 35 millimeter camera. I actually, wait till you see what I sold this for. It's $10.94. $10.94. Here it is right here. A Nikon AF or an L35 AF. I don't even know how you pronounce it. I'm not a photographer, but it's a film camera, 35 millimeter. It was kind of heavy when I got it. So I was like, well, this might be a really nice one because this didn't feel like real plastic like some of those other pocket 35 millimeter cameras are, the point and shoots. This one's like has some weight to it. It's like, it's got to be a pretty nice one. So I went ahead and picked it up for, let me go down to $10.94. $10.94. I picked it up for $2 at a thrift store. And I didn't do sold comps on it because I wasn't getting very good cell service inside the thrift store. So I went on a whim. I said, well, it's kind of heavy for $2. Even if it doesn't work, price out for parts or something. Well, let me get back into... I looked up sold comps when I started listing this. I listed this yesterday. I did it at 2:40 p.m. and it is 9:36 a.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time. That's how quickly it sold. So I listed it and I got, let me make sure I'm saying this right. I just got to have all my screens pulled up. paid $2 and I sold it for $200. Yeah. The sell-through rate on these Nikon L35, is that what it was? L35 AFs. I did put batteries in it, cleaned it all up, and it seemed to work fine. I didn't film test it, but everything sounded really good. The image was very clean. The flash popped up. Everything worked like it should. I'm guessing because I'm not a photographer. But there's like 67 listed and like 375 sold. I mean, the sell-through rate's amazing. Amazing. I had all sorts of offers, but this was the highest offer, so I took it. And I think I had it listed for $209.98, so $210. I took $200, because I didn't film test it. If I would have film tested it, I probably would have charged $230, $240 for it, or listed it for that. But it's a very clean camera. It's got the shoulder or the neck strap with it. Not that that matters, but everything seems to work great. And I got $200 plus shipping. They paid shipping. So I'm very, very happy about that flip. So be on the lookout for these Nikon. It says Nikon AF, but on the top it says L35 AF. They film 35 millimeter camera. Great flip. So I'm going to get that packaged up. I'm going to get everything to the post office this morning, or maybe out at the mailbox because it's a lot of poly mailers. But I definitely, if you guys like this kind of video where I kind of give you some tips and I show you the sales, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get more subscribers. I love doing this, and I love hitting these. I guess you can call that a bolo, especially on that camera. And then maybe even the Maglites. I mean, so definitely some things to be looking out for now that it's spring and garage sale season is almost in full swing now. So definitely be on the lookout for those Nikon cameras and the Maglites. Just make sure you're looking at those things a little bit closer. And I guess I'm going to get this packaged up and get on out of here. I'm John with Severe Thrifters. See ya.